You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Hello viewers, good morning and welcome to another edition of the Liberty Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online Television within our Facebook, YouTube, and also they stream live on our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will bring the program come to you this morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
And me na Mabel Kaba. Good morning. Today na Friday, and inside this edition of the Breakfast Show, na always know say Friday morning Liberty Online Television can bring different aspects of entertainment, education, and every other thing where we can do na Liberty Online Television. And at this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we will continue with entertainment, but na another branch back of entertainment where na one of the favorite entertainment for especially young people them na this part of the world when na football. Also we can look at the lifestyle and career of two famous Salone footballer them where they rise for become stars na the different aspects and stage them of football outside them fend themselves.
Well, as another hear from Mabel, today na the Breakfast Show, na entertainment and sport, na one of the entertainments where many people they like. So like all time when they bring Canton a legend, them people who don't make them mark in the football field, especially for play for national team and internationally. And today na the studio, like a pleasure for get somebody we don't do very well like in football career. He don't go to the level of heading the national team where na Leone Star. Well, this person na somebody who now sabi, a born and raised na Manchester, United Kingdom, and later he continue with in football career where he turned to a professional footballer. He come back home for can serve the country. He play for Leone Star, and at some point he be the head coach for Leone Star. We been take Leone Star na Cameroon for go play the African Nations Cup. With that brief background there, and also we all know that the person where they talk about. Well, this morning a pleasure for get John Keister with we na the studio. I believe say most of una not don't get the opportunity for know some personal things about John Keister, take we through in football career journey and how he been talent for him for head the national team. He do very well for Leone Star back after many years into the Nations Cup. We all been see the jubilation bring Sierra Leonean then together where Salone been go play na Cameroon. After that, he don't go back for go serve national football again and now in the head coach for Bo Rangers. Well, at the studio this morning, we want to welcome John Keister. Good morning, Mr. Keister.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for honor we invitation, although within a short period, but you honor we invitation and come. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
And also they get somebody again on the line from the United Kingdom. Himself, now somebody who don't do very well for Salone. He don't play for the national team and also don't do excellent job internationally. And now a day into giving back to society. He don't get in foundation. Also they help poor people them. Well, we get for join Rodney Strasser, where they join me all the way from the United Kingdom. Instead, we can't tell me about in journey and how he don't go back to helping Sierra Leone and them.
Alright, so we continue with the breakfast show, but before we can go into sports, we just quickly gonna forget updates on the latest Treason trial where we know say they carry on na court. Also, we see the number 5 accused person na this Treason trial where it's na before the judge advocate come back commander na High Court number 1 where na Alimatu Hassan Bangura don't talk na court say the allegations them where the state make against them not guilty of them. Well, he make this allegation as if they tina before the judge advocates where na combat commander Usai them be tell and say the first accused person inside this particular Treason case when Amadou Keister Makalo them being accused the Alima to say it been hidden in house even when he know say this person also be commit alleged treason. Well, follow we know more about this case, let we join with court reporter Mariatu Sheriff.
The number 5th accused by the ongoing Treason trials, Alima Hassan Bangura, don't appear before the judge advocate combat commander for answer to allegation them where the state make against them for the November 26 misprision wey been happen at Treason 2023. Inside in testimony, he say, "En have been police officer we been the work na the criminal investigations department headquarter and be joined the police force inside 2011. The 5th accused, Alimatu Bangura, continues say, "E no ever about the first accused, Amadou Keister Makalo, na in house. And e no be no say he don't commit any crime. And say, he only know the first accused, Amadou Keister, inside 2019, where he be then in custody as suspects, and where one of his colleague been tell him say na in brother. He say from that time that he and Amadou Keister Makalo be don't they talk to WhatsApp, but the number where they show him na police during the investigation, not to the number where he know the first accused Amadou Keister for. And say, then we don't stop for communicate from 2021. The number 5th accused, Alima Hassan Bangura and carry on say, on the 4th December 2023, he come out na in office and go na in house outside they stay with in 2 picking them. And be go inside a room for rest and ask one of him picking for light the mosquito coil. And he go inside a bathroom for wash where the lights go all over the community. And say he been come out na do for ask him picking for the light where then they use na house, where he hear the picking they ala mommy, so that he say be make afraid. And say even though the place been dark, he see somebody all in picking at the parlor. And that may make it be once for Allah, where the person tell him say, enough for Allah, because people in the camp for kill them. He say, that may make it start for tremble. He say, not say na heavy knock na in the mouth. But the unknown person will be all in picking, tell him not for open the domot. But the people that will be the knock na the domot, be forced themselves and go inside, will make the unknown person be left in picking and run go hide na kitchen. But say, one pan the people them will come inside, be get light, and at that be make say, na military officer them don't come inside in place. And he say, a rush show them outside the unknown person don't go hide. He say where then go na the kitchen, then see the person, and one part then be Allah say, na Keister. He say he been surprised where he read the name, because he know say, na person where they na the wanted list. Alima Hassan Bangura continue say, na in handcuff he be give the military man them for arrest the first accused Amadou Keister Makalo, and then be ask him for go with them na the CID headquarter. He continue say, before the 4th of December, the first accused Amadou Keister no ever visit na in house, and say inside 2021, the first accused Amadou Keister been go na in community and he been point am in house, but say he no ever go there for visit am. The 5th accused Alima Bangura carry on say during the discussion inside 2021, the first accused Amadou Keister Makalo been propose love to him, but say he been deny in proposal. He continue say the reason we make not call the authority where Keister be all in picking is say na because the place been dark and he not been get in phone with him. He continue say on the arrival at CID headquarter, he meets the Inspector General of Police together with some military officer them. And when he be come down the motoka, he say the Inspector General of Police abuse and kick him na in belly where be make a bleed for 3 days. And self one pan the officer them be put in foot inside in mouth where he be the Allah. And later them put him inside the CID for questioning. The 5th accused, Alima Hassan Bangura, end up say he not been get any intention for about the first accused Amadou Keister Makalo and be even help in arrest. During the course examined by the State Council, AJM Bokari, he will ask the fifth accused, Halima Hassan Bangura, if he been there in any love relationship with the first accused, Amadou Koita Makalo. But the accused, Halima Bangura, been say no. But inside the statement, where he give to police, he say, he been there in love relationship with the first accused, Amadou Koita Makalo. But the fifth accused, Halima Hassan Bangura, been deny and say, not for him be make that statement there. He end up say, he not get any hand pan in November 26 incidents. Liberty Online TV will continue for bring to una reports from the Treason trial from court. For Liberty Online TV, me na Mariatu Sheriff.
All right, from court, we can now in the studio. As to tell us today, we get John Keister with me in the studio. We can profile and tell you a little bit about waiting he don't do now in football career. Well, before we come to John Keister been born November 11th, 1970, and as of now, he will tell you in your actual age. Then born in Manchester, England. And he play for different team them na that particular country they win in England. And in position where he play na a sweeper, when they can also call a midfielder. He play for different teams them na England. He play for the Walsall, Chester City, Margate, Dover Athletic, and other one them. And from there, John Keister don't play for two nation World Cup qualifying them for Sierra Leone. He play against Nigeria and Morocco. Well, I know will tell you now everything about John Keister in profile. Instead of with me at the studio now, so you can't tell we all thing waiting he don't do, especially now in football career for play for Salon. He had the national team, one of the Leon Stars, and now he don't go back now the Bow Rangers where he serve as the head coach. John, I don't try for tell the viewers them a little thing about your professional background where they na Google and also Wikipedia, but the best person for telling your story then is the individual. We all know say you born na United Kingdom, Manchester to be specific, and at some point you move come home, come play for the national team after I don't play for UK. Firstly, a lot of people go and know for somebody when I breach a citizen, waiting being move you say you want to come back home and play for Salon. You play for Nations Cup qualifying games, the winner 2 against Morocco and Nigeria, and from there you still continue for the national team with all the opportunities will be there for you in the United Kingdom.
First of all, thanks again for bringing me onto the show. First of all, you know me, my parents are Sierra Leoneans. My dad, my mama. My dad obviously played football. You know, left go England, go study, become a vehicle examiner, motor mechanics. Came back in the 70s early when me been born. I gave me two brothers, Abdul and George. Obviously, George is here, Abdul London now, obviously in and out. But my mama obviously came from the south, Moyamba, obviously a Gulama background, instead being into sports. And obviously they meet up me and my papa at the time. And then they both went, daddy go to London for go study, my mama in America. And then my mama can join my papa in England. Obviously we were born 3 boys. And then as soon as I was born, I think we came back to Sierra Leone. We came back to Sierra Leone. My daddy been in Kongutong. He worked on road transport as one of the vehicle examiners. You know, till he become director. You know, he worked na Bow for a long time, then transfer and he worked put Lokoi, McKinney obviously was me granny, my grandpa them in there at some point. But we came back as soon as I was born. And I grew up, now I go to school. But I spent a lot of time with my mama, you know, at the south where I went to school. You know, I went to Pujon with my mother, become a man and my nurse. I went to both school, I come out there, I come. I go with my papa and I put Lokoi and transfer him. My 2 brothers, them, one go Bombay High School as well. He go both school, the other one go St. Francis Primary. And because we parents didn't go around, we went around a lot as well in Sierra Leone. And then eventually, we grew up. I played a little bit in I played school league. And then I transitioned back, or we transitioned back into England. Very, very early age as well. So now I make a lot of people not really know my background around the Sierra Leone environment, where most of the time people think if you see me as a stranger, we just come on to England and begin to do this. No, I went to school now and I grew up, but we transitioned back to England at a very, very early age. So again, my mama and papa still been there. You know, I was there and then obviously playing. And then I had the opportunity because at the time, late Justice Tola Thompson was very close to my dad. You know, they both went to England together, study, you know, and when he went in as SLAFA, my daddy was the vice chairman at SLAFA as well. So during those periods, I had the opportunity. I've always wanted to come and represent Sierra Leone. Yes, even though I was born in England, but Sierra Leone was home for me, and it's always home. England was home in a way, but you know, and I am Mama and Papa come out, and we always wanted, because this is where we grew up more. So when I had the opportunity to come back and play for Sierra Leone for me, which is what I always wanted to do, you know, I came back, you know, and eventually I had about 16 games for Salon during that period. My last game was in 2004. You know, I began playing for Salon 1997 to 2004. So that was my last game. I had about 16 caps. And I did come back for about 7 years in Salon after I stopped for play, because I wanted to concentrate more on my football and obviously my coaching. So after that 7 years, I had the opportunity with Madam Aisha for come back Sierra Leone for can work, and I wanted to do that. You know, my mother was here, but it was a good thing I come back safe, because as I come back the same 1 year I come back, my mama sick, and then obviously passed away and later, and I was happy I was here for that. You know, my dad is still here, and then I came back and obviously always wanted to be part of Sierra Leone football's development.
All right, well, that's just a brief background about John Keister. He's still there with me for the next 1 hour 30 minutes. In case you get question or anything we want to know about John Keister in professional life, and safe how he done transition from being a head coach for Leone Star to going back into the Bull Rangers. He there with me at the studio. Send we questions to the number +23274 or you can as well drop them in the comment section at any of the platform them where they watch with this morning. In case you just a tune in, the breakfast show today where they look at sports, and we get 2 football legends. They win a Leone Star professional footballer. They don't play for Leone Star, and also they don't play internationally. Then they will tune at the studio this morning. Don't forget to share the program so that more people will join the conversation.
All right, so we continue for talk about football, and like we tell you now today, in this edition of the Liberty Breakfast Show, we can look at the lifestyle and career of 2 prominent Sierra Leoneans. Them we don't do very well pan football business, and we go on the line now. Also, we get with other studio guests. We na Rodney Strasser, and now a pleasure for get you here this morning. Good morning and welcome to Liberty TV. According to information where we get na Liberty Online TV, Rodney Strasser born na Freetown inside March 1990. Within a specific age, we not go disclose that one day, and also na a Sierra Leonean born footballer, and we know say the last team where he play for na be a midfielder for AC Milan. How in football career come into existence? All of that we can discuss na this edition of the Liberty Breakfast Show. So Strasser, I don't know if I right, so I tell the viewers and say you born in March 1990. Let me just start here and first. Is it the right information?
Yeah, right. From born March 1990.
All right, today we just want to use this opportunity for profile on our way we believe say we don't identify as people, and we don't do very well for represent the green, white and blue where we talk about football. And we start with Una, we get you, and also we get John Keister na the studio. We don't also notice say this BNTM we see say you do a lot of things again in terms of philanthropy. We'll go for can talk about, but let me just start with you football life first. Oh, that's na Strasser. When we talk about football, how you come into being a footballer?
Thank you very much. Me personally, I came from a football background because my daddy was once a footballer. My daddy captain Lions. My daddy played for Leone Star. Even though I now see me daddy way they play football, but yes. And I born Freetown, Sierra Leone, 1919 at Cottage Hospital, and started my football career locally with all. And I went to Prince of Wales. I went to St. Edwards, and personally, why did I go school? Literally, I was not allowed to play in school, you know. And they normally allowed me for play ball at school, you know, Creole people than before. So me ball all and I play in a host, then I be very difficult for let people them for can't take me, my friends them, you know. before it's easy, just can't take player out and see person as to just take and go play for you, then can, but maybe difficult because and me mommy they get for call, they get for that time they'll get your phone, but might not be there. So it'd be really difficult. So I'll be to play all these local leagues and also I find a way I play with the under 17 and I joined the FC Calon, Mohamed Calon in team. I joined them and we went to the Villarejo. So from there, I get picked spot, the AC Milan scouting team, they picked me. So I returned back with FC Calon. I play one game in the Sierra Leone Premier League. Yes, I only fortunate to play one game. And then I get a spot by AC Milan. Then I went to Milan. I went to AC Milan in Italy. Then my professional career started. I played with Milan. I played with Genoa. I played with Lecce. I played with Parma. I played with Regina, Livorno. I played with a lot of teams, in Italy. All those teams that are calling them from Italy. So then I went to Croatia. I went to Zagreb. I went to Portugal. Yeah, I went to Gil Vicente. Then I came back to Italy. Then I went to Finland. Yeah, with TPS. Then I came back to Italy. Unfortunately, I stopped in Italy playing professional football.
Even though you're born in football because of your daddy in background, but you said don't can say challenges been there during the time when you go school. You were not allowed to focus on football. OCA you been decide finally say you want to take this as your professional career.
Yeah, but basically, since we are small, the passion we did, yeah, not to say, me daddy me always want me to study, you understand, even though I play football. So it's not like they stop me personally and I not play, the daddy while I play, but the thing is, I have to study and I have to play, so, but I realized really, really when I go St. Edward Secondary School, I started playing for school team because I went to Prince of Wales. I never played for the school team because really that time there it'd be really tight for me. So the time I go St. Edward Secondary School, I started playing for the school team. That time they will win the most famous secondary school league against Ahmadiyya, where I maybe scored the last penalty and we win that trophy there. So from that time, after the final, I they go to school now. All the boys they know me, then go to say hello, hi, all this kind of thing. They feel, I really feel special after that. So from that time, I think say, that time I feel the reality. Say yes, there's gonna be something in my career that yes, I have to do this also professionally. And my aim was to go international and play professional football. Yeah.
Don't go internationally, you don't begin play professional football, but still you been come back home, play for the national team at some point. Wetin be inspire you say yes, I don't come internationally, when I be my dream, but I need to go back home.
Yeah, but as in to say, there is no place like home, And me, as Sierra Leone grown, I born in Sierra Leone, so I don't have option to. It's not like I don't have options, but na my own country, My country, na your country, I no get other place for go play for. So I decided, in 2010, say yes. I have a chance to help my country, and this is how I come on my background, this is parent and come on, and I come and start to play for the national team.
Then the way you come back 2010, as you say, start for play for the national team. What's difference where you think say you been bring into the Sierra Leonean football as international player? We come back then tenendi.
Yeah, with all due respect, and always happy to represent my country. And because the time I started, I been AC Milan, and my first game I can remember against Egypt, the most famous result also in Sierra Leone history in football. And that time we know say everybody know the Egypt where they beat all the teams, all the names, all the Abutrika and all those names of players. And we go there we'll get a very good result, very good performance, and we get a chance for draw the match, and we then come back and Salo win. So that was a great impact for my first game, international cap as a footballer for Sierra Leone, and it was a green light. So everybody, for draw now Egypt saw those time, Egypt did a bit of all the teams, Nigeria and all those names, So we go there with great performance and we come up with a draw. So that was a green light already, and the midfield was good. I was a midfield player, although I'm talking about the old team, but so we dominate also that game, and so it was a green light. So that was the first impact I created with the Sierra Leone national team.
For those who they cancel John Keister shortly, they will come back to you, and we will continue for talk more about Rodney Strasser and how you don't transition now from being professional player. You don't decide for come back home. They help especially poor people. As this mentor will see, they tell where the cottage hospital they get challenged with electricity. Rodney Strasser been coming and help them with a generator, and it don't they help so many other people na different community from Rodney Strasser. Keister again, when safe at the same international player at some point, but decide for come back home and play for the national team. John, at which point you be feel say Salone need you, especially where it camp and football? Which points now your football career where you sit down and say, I need for go back home, my country they struggle, I need for go give in?
I think this was never a question of whether I wanted to come and represent Sierra Leone. It's a question of I always wanted to come and play for Sierra Leone. When you grow up now, the way Rodney just mentioned about in late daddy be there to my uncle. I'm a senior, my papa, I'm a senior for them. Daddy played for Salone as well, played coach na Salone, coach Bo Rangers, Kakwa Rangers now, Ulenge Kakwa Rangers, coach by Grey Warriors, coach Usum Stars, coach Eastern Lions. Obviously, he played for Olympic as well, my dad. So. Where I came from a very strong football background, my uncle, Captain Lions, Ian Rodney and Papa, and I all been a player at the time. So it was never a question of whether, when, or how. But Nayago school, small school, primary school, so I always wanted to come back and represent.
All your life na football, since the beginning to now, football. How you go describe the life of a footballer? Because from when you look at outside, go tell you say, footballer not get time. All the time, they not get personal business for do, all the thing they focus on. Go to gain cameras, go to gain, go play. What's not the life of a footballer?
It's a sacrifice. When you're proper professional, like Rodney just mentioned, going into AC Milan and going into a background is football is a career as well. I think when we grow up now, like when Rodney mentioned, say the parents don't allow me to go play football because, again, that was one of the things that when I came back, I'm very, very strong around. When people then get this thing about, say, footballers enough for dropouts, I think for me that's one of the areas that I have always come back to try and change that myth. Say, football is a career, it's not about dropout. It's environment. When you change environment, go to the right environment, then you understand, say, it's a career as well. And we can make a good career out of it, even though, it's a very short span around your career because maximum 20 years, if you're healthy in terms of injuries and stuff, 14, 15 years, I'm 54 now, I had a good background. Well,
I for this.
So these boys are all, Rodney was born in 1990, I was in England already playing, So yeah, so it's a generational thing. I think when you talk about Rodney now, you go CCS in generation I now. When you talk about myself, my generation, I go back to the 90s, and so that's why so many people don't even know me because I just come on and I come on, I did this and that. But the people that have been before us know my background, my parents, everybody. I went there. So sometimes it's about really just coming in and try and help her where I can help her. So coming home for me was always, I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to make my own contributions. I could see in England, I work there, but how does that really impact what I will do in terms of helping my own background, so I come out in terms of the development? I think that was one of the reasons I thought, yes, come back, because my mama make the same decision. where he go study in England, he did a 10 and then come back. The same thing with my papa. So we can go for as long as we can, but we have to come back here and make our own contributions. I think that's probably one of the things that would drive me around Sierra Leone. Even when I left the national team, you know, when my contract done, I still stayed in Sierra Leone. It would have been easier for me to just move around the game, but I said no. You know, I want to see the development. I want to see football grow. You know, whichever way I can make my own contributions, that's what I'm doing.
John, how have you been talent for transition? Professional footballer, you don't play internationally, you don't play nationally, to being a coach, a professional coach?
I think it's something I wanted to do from when I was very, very young. I think I had my own pathway already planned. Say, coaching is something I wanted to go into. So when I go into England, when I play, straight away, I started doing my coaching pathway. So I already knew, say, by the time I done, I want to go into coaching. So it was never difficult for me, from when I don't play, for transition into coaching. I think it becomes difficult when people don't make up their minds around what life after football. This is the most difficult decisions where we get caught up in between what to do, what not to do. But I already knew, say, coaching was my pathway. So I started. I've been a play. I don't know my first license. I was going through it. So by the time I got to the point where I feel to say yes, I was coming out of playing, I went straight into coaching. So it was an easy transition for me. Again, very difficult profession, you know, but when you come into this environment, it's the same myth. You know, like I didn't think about footballers and say, oh, no, they don't go to school, they don't do this, they don't do that, they do the same thing. Coaching, I think it's just a wrong perception. But then, it's environment.
As you rightly say, coaching is a very difficult profession we choose because the burden rests on your shoulder. The team play well, now you. The team not play well, now you. Especially if you lost game, everybody they come at you, they want to take you aid. How una can manage them feeling then?
It's again, the environment is very different. If you do overseas, you see it's a lot more education around football. You know, the supporters in the yes, there are times when they're very unhappy about things. But when you come to Africa, it's a different ball game. It's a different ball game. So, but then again, you know, in terms of your integrity, you try and do the best you can. I've always said, when I was there, I do the best for Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans there. It was never about John Keister, it was about Sierra Leone. And that's what I tried to do. At the end of the day, at some point I was going to leave like I left. But it's a very, very difficult environment, you know. But what we have to do is about responsibilities. You know, it comes with the rough and the ride. You know, when you do well, you do well. When you not go well, then say, now you. All man getting you, all man a coach now. You know, all man will tell you what's the ins and outs. But, you know, all man will be lawyer. You understand what I mean? Because it's a day of football, all man a coach. So sometimes what we do, we try and do our best as much as we can do, you know.
The time that we've been served as head coach for the Leone Stars for that 3 years, what are the legacies them where you believe say you left the way waiting happen, your name don't go down?
You know, I was on a program one of these days, and I categorically mentioned, say, you know, I was asked to go into the national team and qualify Sierra Leone. My job.
And you did that?
Come in, go qualify Sierra Leone. And that was it. I've come out of it. Do I want to talk about the national team? I don't think I want to talk about the national team.
No, but we can't talk about
there is a time and a place for that. I think now, for me, my biggest focus was when I left the national team, I went straight into another job.
For
me, that job,
nobody do justice to them. We get John Keister.
Okay. Let me ask me, say, we want you for winning the national team for qualify Sierra Leone after 25 years. I said, I'm going to go and take the challenge.
You don't tell the viewers and be secret behind that. What you been do? What you been so special?
I still...
And what you need for be done also we get for this person?
No, there's somebody in the job, and I think it'll be so professional for me if I can't talk about the national team when somebody else is in the job.
And they work with you, they deputize you.
Absolutely, but I don't want to do that. This is where we talk about the discipline around ethics in work. You understand? There's somebody in the job now. I cannot talk about it.
So we're going to talk about football politics.
What about football politics?
There's a lot happening there where people need for no.
Well, let me know. So okay, I will say yes, I will do that. Where I can't, then I can't because you know I'm a coach. I try and stay out.
You don't say football politics there.
But what is football politics?
The orders from above. Like sometimes they want for twist you. They want the coach for bringing players. Then
making time.
I don't really want to talk about the national team, but honestly, I will sit here and say to you now, in my time, regardless of what perceptions people had, probably I have always said I will do the best I will do the job to the best of my ability. And what I'm not going to do is let Sierra Leone down will give me the job. It's not about anybody else, it's about Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans. I'll sit here and say that in my time I worked the best to my ability, and I can sit down and say nobody, not ever at some point, call me for twist me and for tell me for do the wrong thing. I've always said
that we are attempts.
I've always said, madam, I will do the right thing and get it wrong and come out than do the wrong thing and get it wrong and come out. Where I come out so now, I sit down there, anybody don't can talk to Keister. No, because I have a conscience. As long as my conscience is clear to the job that I was asked to go and do, I'm happy about that.
You had free hands during the 3 years.
I had every opportunity to work. Again, I want us to understand that life. Football club is completely different from national team. When I did a football club, I get 20 or 30 players there while they work with week in, week out, every day. When I did a national team, I get over 100 players. So everybody with the outside the field to say, in player capable for kind of national team. But unfortunately, at the time I did it, madam, I am only allowed to take 23 players out of 100. So I cannot take everyone. So if you don't take this, you take that, I will say, hey, bias, you don't take that because of that. It was never the case. It's the case that the environment no make possible. Because everybody feels to say impossible for the day. And if it doesn't go well, you're bad. If it goes well, you're good.
Describe you for being very tough and thorough when it comes to a decision.
I think it's just my ethics around work. Madam, I grew up in an environment where, again, I am working for Sierra Leone. I am not working for John Keister. So whatever I do, I have to do in the best interest of what is going to give us results. And that's what I've always tried to do when I was at the national team. I have never gone any side. I can see sometimes the people in Keister, they say, oh, you know, we get this, oh, I can say society is very bad. Oh, hey, because you know, oh, players in the game, money players. Do you really see me like they give money for do job? But again, it's society. I cannot go and begin answer everybody. I don't do social media safe. I know they go social media because people can say what they want to say. Do I need to go and argue with everybody? Do I need to go and answer with everybody? I've just been very, very focused around what I try and do and achieve what somebody asked me for do when I forgo qualify salon. With God in grace and blessings, we managed to do that. So for me, that was enough. Anytime somebody say, I have a conscience.
A lot of people they anticipate say when you contract done then go renew and back.
Well, national team is not not to job will go there forever. I think I've always said that. We all come through pathways where we come and go. I am where I am now. I'm in a very, very healthy environment, and I'm enjoying it. I enjoy the work, everyday work, and see the players develop. I'm enjoying that.
Describe the most challenging moments where you been get the time where you have been young stars and coach.
Again, they push me for going to this thing. I don't really want to talk about it.
You don't have a whole national team. You just left quietly. A lot of people. You contract.
That's the best thing.
You left quietly. Yeah. You go na Rangers. You go sit down there, and you get a lot of people where they admire you, especially you taking Sierra Leone to the Nations Cup after how many years. The joy where you bring to Sierra Leone and entertainment, you be need for see how. I should say you see clips of people how they jubilate.
That was probably
so if you find back, then you can't tell people about your stewardship.
I think I can remember that period. You know, for me, I think it was sitting in Cameroon and see how Sierra Leone was together during those periods. For me, that will remain with me for the rest of my life, regardless. You know, but then again, it's a flip side of football. It's like you say, you know, some people in VC are good, some people in VC are bad, some people in VC are not good. So what if I do? Come on, South goes now. What I don't like, if people understand me in a period where I don't need salon, I don't like to talk too much. I don't like talk. I don't like photo. I don't. I think I was brought up and grow up for being very professional around my work, and I stick to that. The only people in there, I get people who I talk to. You know, my wife is my strongest person, my brother, and I get one or two other people around where they understand me better, they know better. And what I tried to, like, see where I left quiet, I went back into club football. It would have been easier for me because people say, hey, go golf, don't go. For go play. No. I've always said, it's never been about the money. People say, everybody getting on. Now the money, it's never been about the money. You know?
A lot of people expect you to go back England, go for any team, you sit on the quiet.
No, I still want to be part of this development. Ball Rangers for me was a good project. It's a good project, and I wanted to make contributions. My mother spent a lot of time there, worked. My dad, we grew up there, so I wanted to go back and give back.
Obviously, they can't talk about Ball Rangers, but still on the national team, since you left in 2023, what you would describe your relationship with the FA currently?
I am always very open. I have never had a close relationship with nobody. I'm very open. Whatever way I have to do to help football grow, I am doing it. If they say, Keister, can Apollo do this? Obviously, sometimes it's a bit difficult now because I did bowl and I'm working in the club every day. I'm always, I'm in touch with everybody. I go to games here, they go watch games in Lekwadia, so, and obviously from the break, I'm always in there, because Madam, what? I don't want nobody no go job me in football. Nobody job me nobody in football. I have so much to give back to football, and as long as I'm in Sierra Leone, I'll always be very open to give back to football. You understand? Why they so then go say, oh, Keister, then do license, can't do license. I do all the licenses alone. If you say, I'm gonna go and do it because I'm still making my contributions around the development.
All right, continue for the way to the studio. Let's bring in Rodney Strasser again. We join we at the program this morning. It is all the way from the United Kingdom, and as soon as know, Rodney Strasser don't play for Leon Stars, he don't play for AC Milan, and now they do a lot of things that we camp giving back to society, especially poor people in a salon. But before we can look at that new area, the way you don't choose for help back society, how you can describe your time where you spend with the national team Leon Star? That be an enjoyable one, or you get regret playing for Leon Stars?
Oh, thank you very much. Regret playing for my national team. This is how I come out. This is how I born. There's not any regret about it. But there's a good and bad part in every society and everything you do. And there's a good, there's a negative part, there's a positive part. But the most important thing, I serve the country. It's everything that I have and all the impact that I created, and also I think I put a smile on a lot of people's faces, more in general, the people from my country, because with all regard and respect, I have most of the I have great results with all the games that I played. I'm talking about personal, because the teamwork is the national team. But personally, there's no regrets playing for the national team because I have most of the famous, I have great results, them way at the inside field. And people can know that, people can testify, even though I'm a calm person, people know that I'm calm. But even with Nigeria, the game we drew 4-4, that's a great also very good result, famous result we came back with. And that was a spotlight great contribution towards the African Cup of Nations who qualified. So I think there was more positive than negative, and also because is as I say, I serve in my country, so that's the great part, But the positivity is more than the negativity from our point of view, my own side. Yeah.
About the national team now, in terms of the performance, especially where camp at the games that when they play now, the qualifying games that when they play. What you go recommend, say, the need for look at as a national team, taking into consideration your experience so you don't get for play international, you don't play for big teams like AC Milan?
Yes, I would say it's just about consistency, and I'm seeing the team is growing, and there are a lot of players because national team is not a club level team, it's not a club football club, so player going and coming, it's not the same because also there's no much time to get the player together, the with national team. So, but I see the positive side because the positive side, the results are coming. It's gonna take time, but you just need to be more consistent with all the stuff they do, with also result, because football, you can win 20 games. As soon as you win one game, it can change a lot of things in the football. Then you can see bad results they come. That's why most teams, as soon as you can see, most teams, whether they continue for win, as soon as they lost one, it can come with bad results. So the positive, they continue, and the national team will continue in this way, this positive parts they are right now. Yes.
Them, especially people who are so passionate about football. Sometimes somebody young, they watch you. They want for become a Rodney in future. What do you go say it takes for be a midfielder? Because the ball again depend largely on you for ensure say you assist the forward, not just going around, but giving opportunities again for let them score goal. What do you go say it take for let somebody be a midfielder?
Yeah, first of all, to be a footballer, you have to be respectful. Respect your opponent. That's the first law, and you have to respect whoever you are closer to. And the most important thing is, generally, personally, with all due respect, I'm an intelligent person in the football field. So at least also I become a midfielder. So that was a great thing. But you have to get the passion. You have to work hard. You have to show the passion in the game. You have to love what you're doing. Then you have to be intelligent, because it play easy, the most things, and that's the most thing I see about the Sierra Leone, footballers now coming up. They don't try to play easy. They don't try to move, touch the ball and move, try to make the right connection, but, at times, I don't know if not the way people they see football there, because most people see football that way. They possibly hold the ball, dribble, do this. He's the best player. But now, even before, they don't know football like that. People that know much about football, coaches and all these people, they look the people they already play easy, try to create space, movement. Those are the most important player in the field. So if you want to become a midfielder, you should be creative. You should have a good IQ. You should have technically. You should know how to run. You should have strength and try to play easy.
Your professional career, how you go describe the highlights them will make you really feel good for being a footballer and a professional one? What's gonna be the special highlights them where you still get in memory?
Yeah, I got many highlights in my life, and for becoming a football player, because first of all, thank God for the life. I'm a godly person. I always put God first. That's the most key, the greatest thing that I have, and I'm an intelligent person. I would say it because I know that I am, I respect everyone. And also I try to be calm. I respect, whoever, I try to put myself in the right position, also with the family, the background that I came from, and I just try to be me, don't try to focus in um, negative things. I just try to be positive and try to be me. And I have an aim, and I focus in my front. I focus forward to what next that I'm trying to do and what next I'm gonna do.
This point that your football career, you go boldly tell viewers then say you don't reach now, you peak, you prime, or you still get more for do for reach. Who say you been desire for reach?
Come again? The line with the break cannot very clearly.
Now you enter football career, things that way you don't do, the teams that way you don't play for, contributions where you don't make both nationally and internationally. You don't reach to the time where you feel say you don't reach the peak na football career. You don't reach to the side be the dream for reach pan football.
Yeah, unfortunately. I say I thank God for that, because with all due respect, also I reach, I become the only Sierra to win the 5 major league trophy, because I win the trophy with AC Milan as a champion. So that's a great career for me, and that's a goal for me. And also, I have a great connection with a lot of football players, all the stars, I get numbers, I get people that I can call and make call through. So I reach and I played along, I see a line, so many coaches, so many great players. And unfortunately, yes, my career got a little bit stubborn because of a lot of injuries, a lot of backstop. So the injuries slowed me down a little bit so much in my career. So I decided that's the only slow back, that's the only bad part of my career. But I appreciate and I'm blessed, to do where I did and to reach where I reach. And I don't get any regrets with all that happened in my life because I know that is the right God direction and I'm in the right path still.
We'll come back to you. We can talk about the Rodney Strasser Foundation, where they do so much now for give back to society. Outside that dream they born from, and also you plan for support different area. Them we'll talk about that before you left the show this morning. I know saying you're a very busy man, but just give me small time. We'll come back to you. Lord, just talk to John Keister quickly when they will in the studio. All right, John, coming back to you. I know say fine draw. We don't come off for Lone Star. I think we're in a group with Ivory Coast, Chad, and other teams. Them. You before we come for talk to Rodney, they say you did in a very good communication with the FNL and self the coach with the Ed Lone Star. If they come to you for ask for professional advice and technicality for make sure say them pull off them games, then you still open for give expertise.
I am 2000% open. Whichever way, I can support with growth as a country, Leone Stars, regardless, whatever it is. I'm 2000% open to do that. I don't think I've got problems with anybody. I think you go into jobs and move jobs. Does that mean to say you get problem with people? Then no. I'm still here. If somebody call me to say, John, do you want to help us now? If I feel like say yes, I can, I'll do that. And that's why I'm here.
The last game there, so where Leone Stars go play, a lot of criticism they come out from we the supporter them to the coach now where they and the last day we hosted and I still at the same Southside Sidon. I asked them the same question about why then they being care people they like Musa Tombogo for go play that particular game day. According to her, he say being feel say Musa be the score goals them that particular period. You don't then at that same position. During you tell them, you be then listen to feedback from supporters, especially when camper footballer there where you for put or where you for day part of the delegation where they go with. You are not talking about the national team.
No, I don't. I don't get tired about when it comes to football. I don't get tired about it. I think what we need to understand around football is it's about performances. Okay. Again, environments are different. Environments are very, very different, and that's why we find it very difficult in Africa, especially when it comes to how people perceive things. And that's what makes it really, really difficult. Genuinely, there are people that we get genuine concern sometimes around players. But then on the flip side again, people then they're not so they don't get genuine concerns. You understand? So how do you manage that? It's trying to be very open-minded and listen and pick out sometimes what it is and what it isn't. But again, there's always going to be good and bad days. But again, society is very susceptible now. So sometimes I just try and do the best for Sierra Leone, because this job what they call coaching, a lot of people don't have an idea of what we do or what it is about, what is involved in it. All people do is they go sit down and watch Liverpool, Man United they play, then think to say, now the same thing way with this alone. There's so much involved they not able to understand. But that's why football is education. If you go overseas, you see how then they deal with football. Then you know why they deal with football that way in terms of whether they get results or don't get results. You know, there's a lot more education around that. But we now, we're very, you know, one way. You know, if we not get Musa Tumbo, that's a ultimate poil, nothing right. It doesn't work like that. You know, sometimes we have there's a lot more that's involved in just making one decision around. So, because Olman like Musa na Salon, if things don't work right, still not for Puta.
What are your favorite players in the Salon team?
I don't have favorite players. Everyone is my favorite.
Why it's tough for them to answer that question?
No, because they all do very, very well in their own little ways. I don't have favorite players. What I've tried to do, even at Bo Rangers, is work with the players the way that are working very, very hard. In every walk of life you go, madam, the people the way you do work with way, you know, say will give you results, and the one they will know will give you. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go with the one that will give you results.
Results now, not the
No, I'm not about doing stuff. Bo Rangers, I know about Bo Rangers.
But you watch, I should say you watch them.
Yeah, I cannot. It's like I said to now. Because I've been a national team, I cannot come here and sit down and talk about national team without Coach Levy. It's going to be very, very bad. It's not right. So I'm not doing that. At club level, I know the boys that are working at the club because I work with them every day. I know the boys that will give 110%. I know the boys that will sacrifice. It's like anything in life. You will get the boys themselves when we're not right. Obviously, you're trying to make them better. But with the national team, it's not something I really wanna talk about. Bo Rangers for me is what is important.
You're so passionate about Bo Rangers.
It's my bread
But
and
before
butter.
we can look into them, why you been left Lions?
Oh, I had the opportunity for go national team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you left the national team back, if Lions been call you back for good day?
Oh well, it's about. That's a question.
Yeah. I know you did try for me.
You know the reality is I had a very good relationship with Lions. I'm not gonna lie. You know, even though the way we start, you know, after 5 years of football, you know, I was asked to come in. But again, it can be very passionate club. I had very good relationship, you know, with the executive, the chairman, very supportive, every one of them. And we won the league. And I carried on again for the following season, and obviously I had the opportunity to go to the national team, which I was always grateful for because they let me go. Yes, when I left the national team after my contract, yes. But again, I just felt what I had already done in Lions, would I go and do it again? I needed a change. You know, if I'm in go Lions, I don't go there, I don't win the league, unbeaten, very good league. If I've been go there back, would it be the same? Would I have done the same thing? Because don't forget, I've set a very high standard in Lions. I go there back now, I don't go beyond that standard day. So for me, it was another challenge. I need to prove to people for saying no, I could do the job. No, it wasn't. But I just believe my own ability as a coach. Say I wanted a fresh challenge. And Bo Rangers at state time was a bigger challenge because they just don't win the league back to back. And I was coming on the back of the national team, and I wanted to go somewhere where I wanted to feel how I will make my own contribution there.
So the tender way you take Bo Rangers, because you're so passionate about Bo Rangers, the tender way you take up the team, how you can describe saying at this position amidst them?
That's why I said it was a difficult job, but that was a challenge for me because I love challenges. They don't win the league 1-10, they don't win on 2-10. So now the irony behind that is, I was coming on the back of national team, and they're like, hey, not a good coach, you want to do this way. It don't really bother me because my job, what I do, is what bothers me. When the people that we know, you know what they give, we know what they're about with, then that's fine. So I thought, no, I'm not going to go away. I'm going to work back now. I have to go back now at the same ground there and be back of part of this league. Now this league I win, we make a good national team and qualify when I was at Lions. So I'm going back to this league to prove, say yes. Different situations happen in different areas we make sometimes success, you cannot get success. So I went into Bo Rangers, which was a very difficult job. They'd won the league back to back, done very, very well. So for me, I went there, was very, very brave. It's either I go there will not win the league, and all man come back say, yes, we tell us no better, and that would have been a finish. Or I go back in there and do a good job like I've done, and I know we've done, and everybody say, well, hang on a minute. Now you make a decision around my work in terms of achieving.
So you will say in terms of preparation ahead of the African Champions League in August, where Rangers gets match, you team already day in place?
I'm in a very healthy. I enjoy the day-to-day work. This is my own strength. I like every morning I grab at the go coach.
Than the other side?
Well, what's the other side?
The national team.
Well, you know, it's different things, and people know they see.
How is it different for coach a club and that of the national team?
Good, madam. The best coaches in the world. If you ask anybody, I will tell you, say, oh, Pep Guardiola is the best coach. Sir Alex Ferguson is the best coach. Jurgen Klopp is the best coach. Who said they do all the best work at club level? Nobody no go national team. Oh. Alex Ferguson say don't go national team. Oh. Pep say don't say no go so. Mourinho now other club level you don't go so. Why, madam? Club level is where you'll get success. Now there you go bring the player the way you want. We go bring a kind of club. It give you the result where you want. National team now what you get now you manage. Now what you get now you manage this.
So because when you left Leon Star, it been come with a mixed feelings to the fans then. Some be say no, John Keister na be the right man for the job. Some they say no, John Keister not a good coach, just like what you say just now. And some they say and say, hey, you don't head national team, you don't come back to club level.
That tells you how humble I am. Go back down and start again. I'm always that kind of person. I want to go back to come up.
Not because you don't get the option.
Well, when you say not get the option, what does that mean? Because
the national team, you don't do your job, the very well job done. And you know we get option again rather than the northern national team not be there passive for both.
I didn't want to go national team at the time. Family comes first. You know, my wife then I could move out, go to another country. But if I go to another country, whether on a club level or whatever it is, I'm going to stay there for how long? I have my wife now and everybody. I'm not going to leave her for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, even though she can travel. But again, like I said to you, it's easier just for Grab to go. But I needed to do something in Sierra Leone before, if I want to go out after national team. And for me, I had a perfect opportunity. It was going to Rangers, we were not win the league twice, back to back. And go there and prove serious.
The only team that we see say prospect.
No,
we get the likes of the Freedom City Council, we get the Usum Stars. Why Rangers?
Now Rangers can approach me. So sometimes the one that we get and no say, I probably go help them out in terms of their growth. They came. Lions, yes, but like I said, I didn't want to go back because I already set a body and I didn't feel like say I can go back and do the same thing. So for me, that would not go be say I succeeded at all.
Alright.
So
alright, John, continue for the go by again quickly to Rodney Strasser, where they would be on the line from the United Kingdom. Hello again, Rodney.
Hello.
Yeah, earlier I tell you so we'll come back to you. We can talk about the Rodney Strasser Foundation, where people see you they do a lot of philanthropy job they now you the help society, and one of the one them where a lot of people been commend you for. Now during the time where Cottage Hospital be they get challenge for electricity, picking them be they die there. Even one of the doctor them been come out na social media and talk about them challenges them. We see also coming with a generator where cost thousands of dollars. What it be inspire you firstly for set up a foundation where you name after you?
Thank you very much. First of all, I have a group called the RS Group. That's the Rodney Strasser Group, where they in a different. So under the RS Group, we have the Rodney Strasser Foundation. We have the Leone Agency. Then the Rodney Strasser the RS Group is collaborating with the Rodney Strasser Foundation. We're collaborating with the Leone Agency. That's going to be an agency about scouting players, and also the Rodney Strasser the RS also they on the housing and building infrastructures. Okay, come back to your question. I was also already inspired because I'm already also the help since not now I've started helping. It's just like me, not that kind of person way a little bit, I'm not there on social media that much, but I've started doing this a lot, long time ago. And coming to Cottage, I was born there, me not Cottage, I born. But with regardly, I come up on Facebook one day, I just see Charles, when a great friend to me with the Six Picking project, and a very good guy. I thank you very much, Mr. Charles, if you listen, for all your contributions to Roster Leone. And I see say he posts something about Cottage. So straight away I see the thing, I read the capture and everything, I read it. Then I decided say, I need to help, because nothing within inside me helping. I mean, I don't do so many help them way you not even see them. I've contributed to build the old church. People don't know that one. I've never posted it on social media. I see people them. I was passing by Godrich. Years ago. I'd see them around. Staying out, praying, and all this kind of stuff. And there was no door, there was nothing there, the roof was nothing. So I decided to finish the church and build it, and give them the key. They continue with it. I don't attend the church, I think, only 2 times in my life. So I get things that what to do, and with this Rodney Strasser Foundation, we get so many factors of keys, when are more important keys than for help Sierra Leone. But that goes directly to the question back again, because let's take it slowly, let people understand. The most thing way inspire me for do this thing, I just want to help because it's a natural thing that is inside me.
Rodney Strasser Foundation, you get any specific area them where you focus on, or anybody where you see say really they in need? For example, you say you be the past, you see a church people and they pray where really be need attention, you help. You read the story of Cottage Hospital, you been think say they need at that time because now hospital when they didn't born you help. You get specific area there where your foundation focus on, or anybody who need help, you reach out to you ready for help them.
Yeah, basically we got key factors then. Also, let me categorize some. Like in Sierra Leone, many children lack access to basic healthcare, leading to preventable illness and death. So our foundation aims to support healthcare initiative and provide medical resources for those vulnerable youth. And also, secondly, we have this mental health is growing concern in Sierra Leone, especially among young athletes, young people. We want to provide mental health support, resources to help them cope with their pressures and trauma. Thirdly, education is a key to unlocking potential, but many schools in Sierra Leone lack basic resources and infrastructures. We're working to support educational initiatives and provide opportunity for young people to succeed. As I said, me too, if I not be educated, with ball, how then they look more also footballers, like footballers, we're not educated and football is a short life. And then they look at say, yes, football is a dropout, and I drop out, then they play and all this kind. So they try for also change that perspective. Also, talking about football facilities in Sierra Leone are often in that way, making it difficult for young players to train and develop their skills. We're working to build and renovate football facilities to provide safe and accessible spaces for young people to grow, play, and grow, and also rehabilitation services as cares in Sierra Leone, leaving many injuries athletes or people without proper care. Our foundation aims to support rehabilitation initiatives and provide resources for athletes to recover and people also to recover and do their stuff. And also, we come to the food side. The food security is a major challenge also in Sierra Leone, with many families struggle with access um, nutrilife food. We work in to support food security and also provide meal for vulnerable people around the world, around Sierra Leone. Also in Sierra Leone, many young athletes lack access to proper nutrition and hydrate. So their performance and health, they give you a problem in that also. So our aim to provide education and resources on proper nutrition, how for eat, waiting for eat, and all this kind of stuff. We not be get them, but now also we foundation also focus in that kind of stuff, and our foundation also is committed supporting grassroots football initiative in Sierra Leone, empowering local coaches and community to develop young players and build stronger football culture. And we believe that football can be a powerful tool to social change in Sierra Leone, promoting unity, discipline, and teamwork. So our foundation aim to provide the power of football to drive positive change in community among boys and girls. Not only boys, but boys and girls. So we get so many key factors then, for health, and the foundation is so large, so we almost cover everywhere in life.
Strasser, on a lighter note, you don't outline all the different areas and sector them where you foundation the support. But I know you make mention of say you they support the media. They consider we not the media.
Yeah, the media also, we have people, because mental health also, we have people that are in media that, so we can reach everywhere, all walks of life, not only the media, the journalists, all walks of life. And now, foundation trying to, our next project, we're supposed to have a jogging. We're supposed to have a big launching maybe in December of the foundation fundraising, and launching where we can come with also some maybe players from international player to come and come to this program. And also we're going to have a jogging because our motto is to keep save life. You have to be fit, stay healthy, and save life. So we're trying to think about saving lives and stay healthy. But the media people are in our project, in our package.
Suppose the way una dey give, how often una plan for the do am? Is it seasonal, or whenever somebody reach out, the foundation is open and ready to support?
Yeah, foundation open, and also I was there also in my communities coordinate, where I visited almost 200 kids, and I feed them, I get meal with them, we dance, we sing together. I don't know if I see that video, did on my social media. And then get present, everybody going happy because things like that. Then also I visited a club, a football club with all the little kids. Go there with balls and encourage them, and try to talk to them, things they won't normally see. Try to go to the grassroots and try to collaborate with people like that. And also I also visited all the teams at the countdown soon. So things like this, we get for visited all the football. The first, we're going to start with all the premier teams. Visited them, talk about all these things they will mention, and just try to change the perspective, about footballers, because as Coach BD say, the perspective way most of the people then get, as soon as you done football, the life after football, you done, there's nothing positive. And with all due respect, not we all go be coach. We have people that can drive in another direction, try to help differently, or try to promote Sierra Leone differently. And also, we all know, say, I'm also a FIFA legend with the FIFA. I went there in Bangkok. Everybody know I come out, and also I'm in this so many different movements, meetings, try to collaborate, just try to help Sierra Leone right now.
Find you present state in football. Presently, if somebody want to talk about Rodney Strasser in career, how for define them?
Excellence for me. I'm FIFA legend. Sure.
quickly, John Keister said, for the Utwina the studio, been talk about the same thing. Yusuf continuously they talk about and say a lot of people get this perception say una footballer them una career na for just people who they drop out of school. Now they can make a lot of parents themselves like how you said been get the experience so you be small. Your parents and not be that allow you for play active football because if we say football will be an obstruction to your education. Talk to a parent when they watch you now or a picky when they watch you now. Let him know say football not for drop out. Football are for people who get well and good education that then go able to take as a career.
Yeah, but as we can see now, now the football is fast, not so like before. Before, if you have to be on that height, you have to be in the age of 25, 27 to play as a starting. Now with the 16-year-old Yamal is in Spain playing as a starting player in national team, and he's the top star, And we see now they do exam, they not the team day, they do in last exam, na the camp day, even where they play. So all those examples positive, and also we coming in. As me and my RS group, the Rodney Strasser Foundation, the Leone Agency, we're coming in to help these things. We're gonna go to all these locals, all these places, them try to emphasize and educate people that football education is education. And also you can be educated and not intelligent. So we will try to put things in place. And also the advice is all the parents just try to help you pick in whatever way you can. As the country also, we have free education, whatever way you can just put in, because the football career is short. Even though we're making millions, and not to everybody get the opportunity for make that millions, you have injuries, you have backstop, and also come out the possibility for like reach the level. With all due respect, we have low percentage of possibility because we know they get so many players with the go out every year. Maybe it's just 10% of 100% of the population in Sierra Leone. So the Pekin, if you get a Pekin, you get the opportunity to allow that lady to go school and still to play football. So that's the main important thing, because after football, and also now football, everything is already digital. Even in life here in Europe now, everything almost is ever digital. We're signing contracts, you can get for read and write, you get for sign, and all this kind of stuff. You get for communicate, you get for learn languages. Like me, I speak Portuguese, I speak Italian. I come, unfortunately, I get for go school, also in Italy for learn languages, and all this kind of stuff. So the encouragement is the key factor. Education is important, but football also is important. So both can go on the right direction.
Many thanks for you join with this morning. Share with me your experience as a professional footballer, and a pleasure forget a FIFA legend. Now we screen this morning. Tell me so much about football and also take we through the different area them where the Rodney Strasser Foundation they support. We know saying I'm a very busy man, but you make time very early this morning. You make time for we want for, so we appreciate that. And from time to time we go to engage you and talk more about the Rodney Strasser Foundation, because they do a whole lot of things there and people don't know because they post that out there.
Yeah, but now we get the different. So we see, because you guys and also you guys man all left on out. Yeah, we're all going to collaborate.
You don't make a commitment. Everybody there, thank you.
That's what I'm saying, they were just coming together, and also now we want to collaborate, which helps you. So we are in the long so that's the most important thing also. Thank you guys, thank you very much. For coming along, and I really appreciate the time I was open. You guys got my number, whenever you want to tell me something or support, we are 100%.
All right, thank you very much. Well, that's now being Rodney Strasser, former Lyon Star player, former AC Milan player, and presently a FIFA legend. Every day we win at the show this morning from the United Kingdom. Now they join we. Every day tell we he experience as a footballer and he experience as professional footballer. We come back and play for Lyon Star. We still get John Keister messages that we don't come for you. We'll go just read the messages and then you go respond to them and we'll go try for wrap up the program. I go read few from YouTube. We don't come this morning. Then my colleague Mabel go read from Facebook.
All right, the very first message we are going to look at this morning, this person, they say this is the third time play at the African Champions League since 2019, but the performance of the boys has not been up to expectations. What should the fans expect from your tenure?
All right, this one, the way they come out from George Walker now YouTube, they say, good morning ladies, can you please ask your two football legends how we can improve the structure of football in Sierra Leone? If they were given the job, what will they do?
All right, we look at more messages where the viewers that don't send at the program this morning. This other one we're going to look at from the Facebook page again. Us friend Kamara says, sure, John Keister was a disciplined and focused gentleman since his youthful age at school and community. At senior school, which was a school of languages, St. Francis Secondary School, in which he was very active in athletic sports, the manor house, and focused in his education as well. His family, I knew, we are all down to earth. Keep the banner high, brother. Regards.
This one, they say Coach Keister is being diplomatic in comments, not to make comments on the national team. Bra, we get it.
All right, people is zagging at the Facebook page. They say Mr. John in the field of coaching, whose coach you they admire?
All right, this one where they take from YouTube, and it will be the last one because of time. This one from Abu Mansai, they say, John is a respectful man. I like him calling the ladies madam. I am proud of you. Women must be respected. Special greetings to you for being humble, bro.
All right, Mohammed Alhaji Kuroman at the Facebook page, they say, what is your plan with Bo Rangers going to the Champions League?
All right, okay, let's just say one. This one, they say, I'm very proud of you both, John and Rodney Strasser. The late president of the United States said in one of his most famous speech, said, ask not what your country can do, but what you can do for your country.
All right. I think the final one myself go look at, say, how will you describe the present infrastructure at Bo Rangers and helping the performance of the boys for the African Champions League?
Plenty messages then come for you, John, but because of the time, we will just read them few, then they end. A lot of commendation as well.
Yeah, we're you know, as a football club, we prepare for the Champions League. Again, we want to do well. You know, we want to go there because if we do well in Australia, they do well. We know that. But then again, you know, we need to understand sometimes the challenges along the line. You know, I get this belief, say, we need to find players and within Sierra Leone who can bring Canada football club, we're going to improve the football club. So when we go into the continental football, we'll do well. You know, we can't keep going and bringing foreign players in. How do we improve with national team as well?
Now, something that the way a lot of people been criticize you for we be the national team, the foreign players them we wanna be bring in, where they supersede at some points the national players.
Let's talk about Bo Rangers. I'm very
looking back at your time as the head coach for Lyon Stars.
I don't.
I sure say you yourself notice them they criticize you, then and they say why John Keister they out foreign players.
Well, you know, again, we have a society where we not feel so we own them good enough all the time. We feel so that people in good pathway will not give you the opportunity. If you understand what I mean. The same.
You're a bit diplomatic.
No. I'm being honest. You know, it's the same people that will tell you say when like this. You go social media, the same people that will give them the can go begin post all kind of posts in the plane and all kinds of the world. Do you understand? You go there, you they try for the right thing done because you want progress. Somebody else go there and they social. Obviously, then go social media. Now everybody comes on social media. So in the other man they go. For me, I don't do social media. I know Facebook, yes, I'm not a good day because there's no point. I don't go into forums at all. I don't, because you know why? I know I'm in a job. I know expectations around the job. But again, I know the dynamics of this country. And so when people say I'm being diplomatic, I'm not diplomatic. I'm just trying for the people to understand, because once you talk, people don't go say, now because they didn't make you want to talk this, now because I don't do that. What I want to do is focus on Usade, how we're going to improve there, how we're going to go into the Champions League, and hopefully we get the players that we want for letting them go help or do well. Not to me they play again, I mean, don't done me time. The one that they can now, with the players that they can, we're giving them opportunities. And they have to grasp these opportunities. Because again, I'm not sure say Elma won't play that salon for the rest of his life. I think everybody has a pathway. So these opportunities were the one that we get football club they give there. The players and say, take that advantage there.
What's in the potential we see in the boys then now
there is potential. There's potential, but we need more. We need more. We're very, very limited, not to just Bo Rangers. We're very limited inside Sierra Leone. We need to do more in terms of the development. We do. We never do enough in football. There's plenty to do. And if we do the right things, because another thing that we don't want to do now, we don't want to go through processes. We just want everything to happen overnight. There's no magic. There's no magic. But you go get the same people that we go see now, they watch players in United when they go play 100 million for. They play well, but they're happy with Andy. But you go this really won't not get nothing, won't not say, we'll not get some, but no developer. But no, they expect say if I happen overnight, forget magic. They work on a life, madam. Everything you do, it's about processes. If the processes are right in regards to what you do, then you're gonna get results, Sometimes you take longer than expected, but let's go through processes, whatever we do.
I know say you eyes widely open if season or the window then open for buy players, then you don't identify some certain player that we feel say you really need na Bo Rangers.
Oh yes, but then again, if the clubs will get the players and they're ready for left the players,
What you not ready for the offer? We go make.
Well, you still make offers. Then you say no. What do you do? And the difficulty around that, we don't have choices. If I get a pool of 100 players, I go for 10, I don't get 10, I go for another 10, I get pool, then you must get 1 or 2 there. But when there's no pool, it's very limited. What do you do? So all these challenges, people don't look at it sometimes. People just expect, say, it just is a click of the hand, it's magic, and then we get it. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
If you should advise at this stage for the national team ahead of the qualifying matches them already don't start as a nation, what do you go say need for the in place?
I cannot advise on the national team.
As a passionate person in football, what do you think says Salon need for those
Madam,
time?
Honestly, because I've been in that position, I cannot advise. If I hadn't been in that position, then I would have given
You've been there, which is good because you don't get all the experience, you don't see, you don't take Salon go, and you're not the most better person in the position for tell somebody else where they
no, me on the tell go son, I got in blessing.
From your own experience.
I got in blessing because God said God.
And how you been get God in blessing?
But because I work very, very hard.
What have you been put in place?
I worked very hard. I am sure you don't know in this country. You probably never see me in a beach yet. Never see me in a go. I work very hard.
A lot of people, John, even from the messages themselves, a lot of people don't describe you for being very disciplined somebody.
In fact, strict.
Well, you think so that you disciplined nature don't bring you this far? At 54, you still be active.
I think so, madam. I don't even say I think so. I know so. If the people that know me, Mama and Papa will tell you about what my mom spent a lot of time in the nursing field in this country. Very, very long time. TB matron na hostels as well. So people know my mother, people know my dad. But when we went overseas, we grew up in a way. And I've always lived around my work and my. I can always tell me players, I say there's 3 things in life. You get the 3 P's. I say you get your professional life, you get your private life, and then you get your personal life. I try not to mix any one of these because obviously it got affected.
Outside football, what do you do?
I do a lot of things. I do
Like for
everything.
dance?
Oh,
Sing?
I go out. I go out. I have my time. I have my own. But there's a time and a place of everything I do.
Okay.
I try and not mix. You know, you have to set the standards. I'm not perfect. I'm human. I make mistakes, but I make sure, say, I'm not carrying for make the same mistakes then. And this is what I just work, try for make sure, say, I'm not gonna get everything right, but I just make sure, say, I am always focused on what I do.
When are your best time when you can relax with your player then?
Friday,
When are they laugh? When are like
every day. I think a lot of people think to say I am just one hell of a very, what is it? Very, I know they laugh, I know they smile.
Yeah.
But when you speak, when you see how my players, they apply themselves, you go know that because I have a relationship with them. Simple as
So now
that.
they understand you the most.
Because I spend time with them every day, every day, every day,
you
every
should
day.
be like a mentor to them.
I'm everything. I went into child protection. You know, when I was,
So
when I
why
was
you
growing up.
tap Musa?
I'm not type of Musa. This is what people don't understand. Now people are above Musa. And that's the reality. Because when we was trying to give Musa good structures and boundaries, if people them not left the too much likeness away from Musa and look at the professional life, then Musa would have been a different Musa.
People them as in people them in football or the fans them.
The fans them,
or
everyone. The fans them. They so like Musa. Whether Musa was doing the wrong thing or the right thing, they didn't care. They just, oh, Musa. And sometimes you got to understand, Musa at the time was a young boy. If you get this too much backing, what are you going to do? You just feel saying the right thing. It got to a point where it happened, Musa. He had a difficult patch. Where you get the difficult patch, what you say? You go say the same people that when they say, oh, no, Musa, I say, I not serious. I know this. I not do that. But people don't understand, say, the boy was going through challenges that he needs support.
Because I'd say you tire Paramika at some point, so you be there at the national team. A lot of people be say you take Musa like a personal project, like being a mentor, a coach, like a friend, because then they need a lot of support.
Madam, let me bring Musa out. Everything Musa when they do, I mean allowance. Everything when Musa they do, everything is about me is Musa. Everything. So when people start coming out, because again, as a parent, some man was I remember say, well, even when you get your picking them, madam, you've got to be the rough and the right. There are times when you've got the boundaries got to be there, the structures got to be there. Not all tell them kind of if they do the wrong thing, you still no. They've got to be structures and boundaries. We all live around structures and boundaries, but sometimes people want to overstep it. But when you expect people to support you through that time, they so that the young person or whatever is go achieve. Now they tell when they do or they go at the post where they put the structures and boundaries, saying they're not the bad person. And I think that's how people look at me, because I am very firm sometimes in how I work. People then they say, hey, bad. But people don't really know me. You know, but the players that will work with me every day, and the people that will know me, go tell you, say I'm probably one of the most easy people then for the some people say, oh, the man stubborn, the man in the console. I think all that is a myth. People just say that I excuse people they don't want to give because people they don't want to take responsibility. And I always take responsibility. And that's one thing I've done. I always take it.
Maybe don't at any point get to you, especially when you be in your prime as head coach. You see how you revive Salon football. That name would they give them to you, taking us to the African Nations Cup, going to Cameroon. Then they criticize you because I just say they see them. You say you know the social media, but you must go to see them. You be under a lot of pressure. If it don't get to you at any point,
it will get to you. It will get to you because you know people are not doing the corner where they don't know what's in the go on. You understand? And in life we've got to be very honest. And madam, it's not everything that happens in our place. You can't talk saying this, not that, not this, not that, not that. You've got to be strong enough to manage situations, to try and make the best out of it. And that's what I've tried to do. I remember one day my wife told me, say, come on this job. You know, and my brother and my wife said, hey, you've done your time. You know, because they don't seem to understand what it is and what it needs for be done in this football. Everybody get, oh man, a coach, oh man, they talk, oh man, they this. And it's so polluted now.
You feel like people are ungrateful and just don't understand.
I don't think they're ungrateful.
Then
I
just
think
don't understand.
People want success, but they don't understand success not happen overnight. You understand? Everybody happy will qualify. But that period now we can begin lost games and all man begin to say, they lost. But people don't understand why we lost those games.
why we be lost then?
Another story for another day.
All right, we'll go count you back, John Keister, because the producer they don't make signs say we don't get 5 minutes above the time for there. So I know it's a lovely conversation. A lot of people they want for you from John Keister, and we want for say many thanks within a short notice. You may come wake very early this morning and come to studios. We appreciate that. Many thanks. But before you leave, we quickly waiting the fans of Bull Rangers for expect.
We're going to keep working and working as hard as we have done. You know, I think to say they really appreciate the way we win this league as well. You know, with all the challenges that we're going through, the up and down. We managed for achieve and third time. They're very good supporters. You know, we're just going to keep working. That's what you can do in life.
All right. Thank you very much, John. We joined me at the studio this morning. And so now all with our tree. And so we guests from the UK, Rodney Strasser, instead been joined we, instead be tell we about in career and self in foundation now way they do a lot of things then for help salon people them. Princess Pias time produced the program. Emmanuel Malik Campbell and Musa Saokoma, Dennis Kamara na they make una see we live na then they behind the camera them. Ina Khadija Bangura they wish all a lovely day.
And continue for watch Liberty Online Television. Members say at 5 today. We go get forget the entertainment hour 5 to 6, and also tomorrow we get programs that when they come up at 12. We get the Liberty Sports. We go get more updates on sports again. We get Laugh and Learn at 3 tomorrow. The review they come out 6 to 7, and in between the times, and also we get the highlights and other programs that when they come. So stay glued until we meet again. Mabel Kabadi say goodbye.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange. This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.